Hello everyone and welcome to another video with me, Umber Rays, and yeah, I think that some people didn't necessarily like my more recent video about talking about the recent point events thing. And let me tell you something. Yeah, you have definitely picked up on frustration on my part. Frustration on both a couple of games recently. First of all, Brave Exvius. Haven't really done a video about it yet, but kind of waiting for the end of the month to see how the last little bit of Neo Visions ended up shaping out and whether my thoughts were positive or negative. Spoiler alert, probably not going to be the most positive on that video. But recently in my chat on Twitch, which you should definitely all come and check out because you can interact with me live and share your feedback with me live as well, someone made a little bit of a note. And let me just see if I can find this. Oh, there it is. So I was asking more recently from my viewers on Twitch, hey, what kind of videos would you like to see? Or what do you think about certain things? And this is where I give the shout out to Nina Moogle, who is a longtime viewer and absolutely fantastic member of my chat, as well as the YouTube channel. I know that she watches these videos, so there's your shout out. But there is something that has been more frustrating than anything, which is the hype in global around Blingstern. And the real topic of this whole video is the fact that units like Blingstern that get overhyped probably shouldn't be. Now, what do I mean by that? Blingstern is what we are kind of referring to as UUR characters. What is a UUR character? Well, I mean, obviously, technically it is the UR rarity, but it has half the rates and double the cost. Now, these characters, of course, are, well, currently there are only two, Gilgamesh as well as Blingstern. And this is not a everyone should panic, everyone should change all of their habits, or you should feel bad if you like these characters. That's not the point. The point is that really what you need to think about is that these characters are potentially overhyped because of names or potentially powerful, easy sounding abilities that can just wipe an entire team, an arena or whatever. And the community kind of gets their imaginations run away with it. When, in fact, Blingstern is definitely a strong character, but there are enough strong characters at this point, and vision cards out there that kind of counter him already. Vision cards that provide slash resistance. Heck, there's already a fair amount. There's even currently a great sword that gives slash resistance. And you globalers, at least you better have been, young men and women, have been farming your gold armor, which has slash resistance as well. Point is that currently, like, Blingstern has gotten the kind of overhyped as being this half anniversary thing that I think people are worried about, that will destroy metas and change people's lives forever, both positive and worse, depending on if he's on your team or not. When really, there just needs to be, and I'm getting back to the point here, we should not be overhyping these, and we should definitely be not overly supporting these characters. The fact is that a lot of globalers out there hear these rumors of this legendary character and hear that he's double the cost and then feel like they just have to save only for him. Bullshit. It's not true. And we shouldn't be doing it because you know exactly where this road leads. We've seen it before. Gummy and Alum do not fucking know how to do something lightly. Really, they don't. Brave Exvius is the perfect example, and I'm sure that people who have played other Alum and Gummy games know this too, that when they go into something, they tend to go into it way too difficult, or way too much, right? UURs, these half-rate, double-cost characters, cannot become the normal, and nor should they ever become the normal. If people get way too overhyped and people spend way too much on them, you are giving a free pass to Alum/Gummy to make a lot more of these characters because they know they sell. That's all they care about, or whether they generate hype. That is what they want to know. Whether it's necessarily a positive or a negative amount of hype, that's really up in the air about whether it's good or not. But these kind of characters that are double cost could end up becoming the normal in the future. This is essentially, in my opinion, best characters already in War of the Visions, with the one caveat that right now, there was one at launch, Gilgamesh, and now there's one here, with Blingstern, as I like to call him. But anyway, Goldie Boy Stern. Either way, no matter what you call him, we have to be really careful about how much we overhype these units, and overhype any particular unit, for example. Because let me tell you, there's nothing wrong with us having our favorites, whether you like Stern or don't like Stern, or you like Glaciella or Adira or Miranda or any of these characters. You should always definitely go for the units that you really like, and also support. My voice is dying because I've been talking too much today. You should always definitely go after the characters you really like. And if you just like really powerful characters, well, then go for it. But maybe we should be a little bit careful about how much we potentially overhype these units to other people as well. Because from my experience in War of the Visions, there's always a build to counter characters. That's why and this is something I am going to say, something right now, get ready, here it comes, something positive about Arena in War of Visions, and that is the fact that Arena in JP is actually kind of balanced, or at least imbalanced enough that it becomes balanced. What do I mean? I've been playing top 10k Arena this week, just by using a little bit of extra refreshes, so I could try and, get a little bit higher while I still had the bonus. And there's a fair variety of team compositions. You see a lot of Kryles, you see Medinias, you see Engelberts, you see Ketones, you see Blingsterns, you see all these different characters, but that's the wonderful thing. It's the fact that while there isn't a ton of necessarily MR characters, other than Mont, there is a good amount of variety. And that does show that, at least for JP, there is a little bit of, not just adopting this, not letting this become the new normal. And global players, you have to think about what you guys want. As a community, really, talk to your friends who play this game, on message boards, on Discord, anywhere. You just gotta talk to them about what you think, how we affect the direction of this game. Because consumers, I guarantee you, I promise you, affect the way these games develop and the way they move and the way they are designed and what content is coming. If everybody only cared about bow characters, there'd only ever be mostly bow characters or whatnot. But yeah, really, this can't become the new normal, because this is one thing I think that almost everybody can uniformly agree on, is the fact that characters in this game are too expensive, but that potentially serves a purpose. One, whales are financing the game. That allows free-to-players to play a game for essentially free and not worry too much. And the game's pretty free about giving away free Lapis, so that's a positive. Talking about the second thing that I think is worth mentioning and noting is the fact that when it comes to characters being expensive, that is an incredible slowdown to the power creep. The expectation is that it takes you a while to build characters, to get characters maxed, and that there are counters to characters that makes your performance good or bad. all of that ends up meaning that the power creep doesn't necessarily need to be too fast. And I do think that the power creep is generally fairly still low. And I compare that to Brave Exvius, which recently has been kind of derpy. But yeah, sometimes it's worth, giving a big shout out to some of the good things that the developers do and some of the bad things and some of the good things that the community does and doesn't do. So really, I think that for the most part, when you hear these overhyped units, really you should ignore that, just because while I will definitely acknowledge the fact that this guy is powerful, he is definitely not the be-all and end-all of everything in this game. And I think that's a positive thing. But the community should definitely not be encouraging the executives to think that this is what we want for every character, or most character, to come in the future. Anyway, food for thought. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. Do you think I'm unreasonable? Do you think I'm a tyrant? Do you think I'm on the ball? Either way, give a shout out to Nina Moogle if you see her, because this was her idea, and I think that's worth shouting out. Definitely talk about it, though. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you all in the next video. I'm going to go rest my voice.